A big component of Khen-Rho ability comes from how well the user is able to keep focus and exercise their will on the energy present. But that alone isn't a catch-all solution to every situation. There is no such thing as a Khen-Rho master, only a master of what they can specifically do with it. A person's ability to achieve their goals through Khen-Rho is directly tied to their understanding of their goals and how to achieve them. For instance, in order to freeze water, it isn't enough to try and will coldness into the water. The user needs to be familiar with the idea that cold is the absence of heat, and therefore in order to freeze something, they must remove heat, not add cold. As such, a deeper academic understanding of thermodynamics will allow a practitioner much more reliable results. In a more practical setting, a sculptor, intimately knowledgeable about the nature of clay, will be able to push and pull moisture around to harden or soften different areas of their project. But someone who just knows that clay is muddy water will more than likely mangle the entire thing by blinking its general direction. Needless to say, non-surgeons should not be trusted to try and mend broken bones or repair muscular tissue. Khen-Rho is not an individual's ticket to success. It is a tool that enhances the mastery that is already there. It should go without saying that practice of the craft isn't exactly accessible, nor is it intuitive. Even someone who is particularly well trained can easily bring disaster on themselves just by making an incorrect assumption while trying to tell the energy what to do, Kale.
Hey!
General proficiency with Khen-Rho can be described as a phantom limb reaching out to wrestle the laws of physics into doing something they normally wouldn't. Unlike physical muscles, the more they are used, the stronger they get. Frequent, well-practiced users will find that at a certain point, their figurative phantom limb allows them to pick up their rings telekinetically. It's considered as a bit of a flex since it requires practice and dexterity on par with dedicated athletes. The really skilled can hover 2 rings simultaneously, and people hovering 3 are considered nothing short of prodigies, as they're exceptionally rare. Hovering a ring does have a downside, however. Rings are slaves to the last person to physically exercise their will on them, meaning they cannot be telekinetically stolen. But it does mean that if a foe were to snatch a ring out of the air, the ring now becomes theirs. While most people find awe in the performance of hovering rings, there is actually a much rarer skill that, while not as visually impressive, is much more difficult. Among those who have devoted their lives to the study of Khen-Rho like monks and gurus, there are some who have such a deep understanding of their craft that they can give commands to a Zoroka well before it even reaches the socket of a ring. This allows even an untrained individual to perform a given task without the presence of a professional.